Hi, Namaste. My name is Dhieyo and welcome to my channel. So today I want to talk a little about the difference between praying to God and connecting with God. Okay, there's a difference between the two. So now what does the word prayer mean? The word prayer universally in every different culture and religion means an offering of gratitude. Okay, to express your gratitude to the gods for everything that they've provided us. Okay, now between your needs and your want, if you go to see, your needs are always fulfilled, they're always met with, food, water, shelter, rain, clothing, everything's available out there in the nature. Okay, today if I want shelter, I can go probably live in a cave, or take some wood and carve my own house and live in my own house, build my own house in the nature. But no, I want this luxury of an apartment and everything, so that becomes my want. Similarly with food, there's enough food that the Almighty has provided us in the nature, but we want that comfort of just walking to the supermarket or just making a phone call and ordering that food. So that's the difference between a need and a want. Our needs are always met with, our want is something that we need to work towards. So how did this gratitude start happening? When gods didn't ask for our gratitude, they've been helping us out selflessly. Okay, so where did this prayer start happening? How did it start coming in action? So some few souls who came down to earth in form of human form, men and women, now let's call them the wise men and women. Okay, they started noticing that mankind is becoming a little selfless, a little selfish, a little arrogant. Anybody trying to help them, they're probably thinking that, okay, this is my birthright, this man needs to help me, he has to help me. Okay, this is where a lot of things started going wrong. People started becoming selfless, they started becoming cruel, they started becoming arrogant, and they didn't want these emotions amongst humankind. So they said some change needs to be made. So where does the change happen from? Right from the roots. But here, roots were up there. So these wise men gathered and they designed a ritual, a process, a procedure, very intelligently designed, everything to show your gratitude towards the God, that things that they've already given us. Okay, so this is where the prayer started happening. Okay, everything that you take to your temple, to your church, or to your house of offering, whatever culture or religion you belong to, is very intelligently designed. Like probably a diya or a candle has a specific meaning to purify the place that you are in. The incense that you light, the bell that you ring, everything was designed very intelligently, all with the purpose of offering your gratitude. Okay, so now when you walk to a temple, you walk to your house of prayer, okay, you walk with your hands folded. Now this hand gesture, this mudra, is called Anjali mudra, which has one meaning to it, which is an offering. Okay, offering your gratitude, offering your sins, your confessions, to get that forgiveness. Okay, we use this to greet one another. When I greet you as Namaste, I could be a murderer, you could be a saint, but I'm honoring that same energy, the soul that resides in you resides in me, the same soul that resides in me resides in you. I'm honoring that soul. That is what Namaste means. But this hand gesture means offering. Okay, so when you walk into a house of temple and you walk like this, every atom in your body, and there are billions of atoms in your body, they all know that right now each atom is focused towards offering that gratitude you've come here with. So this is the importance of this mudra. Okay, the Anjali mudra, this is the importance of it. It's an offering. So now, since the gods didn't ask for it, it is our duty to show that appreciation, whether they take it or they don't take it. They are selfless, they'll keep helping us out anyways. So now when you want something, this is to show your needs. Everything that you didn't even ask for has been fulfilled. So when you want something, now what is happening is, in time, there's another process that has been missed out. Okay, either people haven't shared that enough for whatever reason, or it's been missed out over a period of time, but it's never too late to know what that other process was. Now what is happening is, when we go into a house of prayer, we are going this way and we are asking for things. Now since the gods don't care whether you're coming or you're not coming, okay, so they're not listening to you. They didn't ask you to pray, but they've asked you to connect with them. But this mudra is an offering of gratitude. Are you connecting with this mudra? No, you're not. So what is that process that you connect with them? Firstly, you are here on earth, vibrating on another frequency altogether. They are in the spirit world, vibrating on another frequency altogether. So how do you connect to that frequency? What is that frequency that they are in? that they are operating in, that we need to connect to that frequency first so that they can start listening to us, they can start hearing us, our wants and desires, everything. How do we connect to them? So there is a mudra for that too. Okay, now I'll tell you what that mudra is. Now let's say if I ask you, how's the food? You say, excellent. How's your drive? Great. How do I look? Awesome. So now this, every time you do this, even if you've got food stuff in your mouth and somebody says, how's the food? You just have to do this, and you and the other person knows what you're trying to say. So this basically means, it doesn't mean excellent, it doesn't mean awesome, beautiful, anything that you're trying to say verbally. Your atoms in your body are expressing that what you're asking me, my expression to that, my answer to that basically is, it's an experience out of this earth. Okay, it's an experience out of this earth. So this experience is the experience, the state of being is where they are operating at. It is called Sat Chit Anand, true consciousness bliss. Okay, they are operating, they are at that state of being. So let's understand this mudra. Okay, and we never show it this way, we never show it this way, we never show it this way or this way. No matter what you're doing, the minute somebody asks, it'll always be this, always be this. In that particular anger, it will never be this. This becomes another mudra. Okay, so right now in the yogic culture, okay, this mudra is called the Gyan mudra. Okay, now when you're sitting and you're meditating in this mudra, cross-legged with your hands on your knees, okay, it is to get knowledge. It's called the Gyan mudra. Gyan means knowledge, spiritual knowledge. But they've forgotten one thing, that only when you connect will you get that knowledge. Okay, so this is specifically designed to get knowledge. You cannot be in this pose, you cannot be in this meditation pose and say, okay, this is what I want. They don't understand that, because this has been designed for this purpose of getting knowledge. A different kind of knowledge altogether, of different realms, of this realm, how to operate, all those things. Okay, so for now, let's call it the connection mudra. Gyan mudra is when you're sitting in your meditation pose and you want knowledge, is when you sit in this pose. Okay, but now when you want to talk to them, okay, this is what I want. I want my car, I want my house, I want that perfect lover, I want world peace, I want anything. So that is another process altogether. So let's understand this hand gesture first, the connection mudra. Okay, now your thumb represents the Supreme, it represents God. When you're going for skydiving, are you ready to jump? I'm ready. That means your Supreme, your Divine is there with you. How is that part of your life? How is it going? It's going great. That means the Supreme, the Divine is there with you. God is there with you. Okay, in the Shiva culture, Shiva followers call it Shiva. They call it the Shivling. It looks like a Shivling. Okay, the minute you want to tell somebody it wasn't good, you put your thumb down that no, it wasn't an experience connected with the God. Oh, boo, you were not that great because God was not there with you. You know, so this is the importance of this thumb. You cut this thumb off and you can't even brush your teeth, you can't even tie your shoelace. So that's the importance of this thumb. Okay, so let's call this thumb the Supreme Thumb. Now this index finger is you, it represents you. When mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit is one in union, it becomes you. Okay, so when you and Supreme connect to each other, okay, the experience that you're having is of Sat Chit Anand, true consciousness bliss. You are operating at that level. Otherwise, on this earth, at any given time, you're operating at these three levels. Okay, these are called Gunas. Gunas means your the quality of the state that you are in right now, which is Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Now, Rajas means a very hyperactive energy, where you're like always, like you probably had a crate of Red Bull. That's the amount of energy you're operating in here and physically. Tamas is a state where usually a lot of drug addicts, a lot of people with alcohol addiction, where your life sucks, you're sitting, you're gloomy, you're not getting out of your house, you're feeling all different kind of emotions, where you call yourself a victim and the world is bad and the world is against you. It's a very low state of energy is what Tamas is. Now Sattva is again an energy which is of calm, happiness, bliss, but all these three energies, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, are of this earth. They're not of the spirit world. So when you connect with the Supreme and you release these three energies, you release these three qualities in you, are you operating on that energy? So this is how, when you're sitting in your Gyan Mudra also, you're releasing these three energies. Now I'm not in these three qualities. I'm not in that hyperactive mode. I'm not in that calm mode. I'm not in that sulking mode. I'm operating in a mode which is called Sat Chit Anand, true consciousness bliss. And that is when you start getting all the downloads of the knowledge that you're looking for. Okay, but you cannot be in this position, in this mudra, on your knees like this, saying that, okay, you know, I want this. No, they're not going to listen to you because you're not connecting with that. That's another way of doing it now. So what is that other way of doing it? Now, since I said every time you're doing this, you're connecting with them, but you're on another angle. You're not doing it. This is another mudra. This mudra is called Gyan Mudra, where a lot of gurus, when they want to bless you, they do this. They're blessing you with all their knowledge and the higher knowledge. They want you to have that knowledge. They bless you this way. So have you noticed you've never done this? How's your experience? Good. No, it's always good, 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 sideways, an angle. So now the way you connect with the higher sources, the way you connect with the Supreme, is you go down on your knees. A lot of cultures, a lot of religion, when you're praying to God, they go on their knees, because when you're on the knees, when you're on your knees, the pressure points over here start activating your base chakra. Okay, the root chakra, the first chakra. When that gets activated, all the other energies, all the other chakras start getting activated for you to connect with them. This is why when you're sitting in a meditation pose, your hand mudra is on your knees to start activating the first chakra. So to connect with God for what you want, you go on your knees. Okay, you rub your hands, and in your mind you start telling them that this is what you want, this is what you're here for. Okay, but then you hold this mudra, you hold the Gyan mudra, and you go upwards. Now what does a child do when the child wants attention from their parents? Okay, they are crying, they are sobbing, they need something, and they say, okay, here, pick me up. And the father or the mother immediately picks up the child and brings them close. So you want to get close to them. That's why you raise your hands, just surrendering yourself to them. Okay, but you're holding this connection, which is the most important thing. You're not going like this. No, you're holding this connection. You go upwards to them and you ask what you want to ask. So this is the difference between praying to God, where you're showing your gratitude, and connecting with God. Not this way. This way you're connecting only for the knowledge that you want. Okay, so this is how you connect with God. You stretch your hands in the air, you're on your knees, and you ask what you want to ask. Now there's a 3-step process that you should do and you should follow when you go to a house of prayer, or even if you're in a house, in your room, or whenever you want to connect with God. So the 3 steps are: step 1 is first you show your gratitude, which is simple. You're on your knees, or however you want to do it. You are in the Anjali Mudra. You show your gratitude. You express your gratitude for everything that God's given you without you asking for it. And certain things that you've asked for also and they've come true, you show your gratitude. You express your gratitude. Thank you for this house. Thank you for this. Thank you for the food. Thank you for all those things. And the minute you're showing your gratitude, in the same breath, you release yourself, you surrender yourself in this mudra, the connection mudra, and you go up to them and you ask, okay, this is what I ask. And the minute you've asked for it, you come back to your gratitude mudra, your offering mudra, and you say, thank you for giving me that. You've already imagined it, that He's given it to you. You know, so these 3 steps are very important. In time, it's been missed out. You know, either people didn't want to share this information, they wanted to keep it for themselves, for their own gain, or people just didn't care, they just got too lazy, they just did this and they asked for it and they went. You know, so when you asked for something, there are going to be a lot of signs. There's going to be a lot of signs in every different form. Probably a telepathic message will come, how to go get it, how to make this happen, what you've asked for, or what is the way for it. So also remember to listen to it. Okay, just don't ask and then walk away thinking that, okay, it's just going to pop up on thin air. You know, if it does, great. But then always be aware that you need to be aware, okay, you've asked for this, now you're going to look for the signs for it. Don't force those signs. There are a lot of people who force those signs. Don't force it. It will happen naturally and you'll immediately know that's your sign. So remember these 3 steps. Show your gratitude first. Offer your gratitude. This is what the mudra is. Then you connect with God and you surrender yourself. You ask what you want. Then you immediately show your gratitude again as though it's already been fulfilled. Okay, so please share this knowledge with people, help people out, spread this word, and if you like this video, give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you, show my gratitude to everyone who's watching my videos and subscribing to my channel and liking it. So thank you for that, and till I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.